and why are they still hiding thousands of hours of surveillance footage from within the Capitol?
For months, he asked for access.
You can't know whether the Capitol's surveillance cameras pan, tilt, or zoom.
And now Tucker Carlson has it. This week, Republican Speaker Kevin McCarthy granted the Fox News host access to 44,000 hours of security footage from Capitol grounds on January 6th. Carlson controls a primetime hour on the most watched cable network.
On the basis of a wholly created myth about what happened that day.
And has been a megaphone for baseless conspiracy theories that deflect blame from former President Trump, including the idea that rioters on January 6th were actually victims of a government false flag plot. He sees surveillance footage as possible evidence.
Our producers, some of our smartest producers, have been there looking at this stuff and trying to figure out what it means and how it contradicts or not the story that we've been told for more than 2 years. We think already that in some ways it does contradict that story.
Carlson's words over the last 2 years reveal the narrative he wants.
How many law enforcement agents actively helped January 6 protesters enter the building that day? Some of them definitely did. We know that for a fact.
Ray Epps was standing in exactly the same place that a lot of people who went to jail were standing. But he wasn't charged. His name was taken off the FBI's most wanted list. Why is that?
But evidence shows that Ray Epps, an Arizona man who was at the Capitol, was telling protesters to calm down. And Carlson's allegation that Epps was working for the FBI has been debunked. USA! USA! Overall, there's no evidence of undercover law enforcement instigating the rioters.
Yeah, I think the public should see what has happened on day.
In granting Fox News access, McCarthy keeps a promise to hardline members in his conference, from negotiations boosted by Carlson himself.
If Kevin McCarthy wants to be the speaker, he is going to have to do things he would never do otherwise.
McCarthy told the New York Times this week that the tapes belong to the public and he wants sunshine on them. But Carlson is not a neutral arbiter. He has condemned violence, but also defended the motivations behind it.
How, for example, did senile hermit Joe Biden get 15 million more votes than his former boss, rock star crowd surfer Barack Obama?
Despite raising conspiracies, recent court filings show Carlson and other top Fox News stars didn't believe some of the pro-Trump claims. In text messages, Carlson wrote about a one-time Trump advisor. Sidney Powell is lying, by the way. I caught her. It's insane. Carlson's not the first to access these tapes. They've already been reviewed by the House Select Committee investigating January 6th, last Congress. Republicans accused the group of cherry-picking those clips, and Fox did not air much of its hearings.
They are lying, and we are not going to help them do it.
Back at the Capitol, Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer issued a scathing statement accusing McCarthy of exposing the Capitol complex to one of the worst security risks since 9/11. McCarthy says he intends to grant others access to the video in the future, but until then, it remains an exclusive deal between the leading Republican in Congress and the party's primetime star.